All right, folks, in today's video, we're going to be talking about XRP Wealth Prep. Now, of course, this applies to other cryptos. If you expect to become rich off Dogecoin or whatever memes or whatever NFTs you got a nice little play on, and that's going to create generational wealth for you, then have at it. This applies for all the cryptos, and this doesn't even have to include cryptos at all. We can start doing these actions. We can start making these preparations and investments today. We don't have to rely on crypto. We don't have to wait for XRP to go to the moon. We can start taking this action today. But I send this out to the XRP community because I'm, in particular, a little bit more worried about this community because I think we're going to be coming into a lot. And I'm worried about a lot of folks giving it right back up because they don't have their preparations made for coming in to a little bag, a little money, some M's in the bank account, as the kids would say. And so I'm going to break it down here in this video, XRP Wealth Prep, real quickly. And to start off, I'm going to show you guys a little bit of context that brings us up to where we're at on today's timeline, which is going to be September 22nd, 2023. And so we're at the end of September, the end of a Jubilee year, and we are about to see a new system completely born from the ashes of them doing a systemic, controlled demolition fire of the existing system as we know it. This is our opportunity for the taking, but I want to get you guys caught up to speed on how we're seeing this market move, where we're at on the timeline, and how much longer do we have before XRP might go and we might be coming into these bags that I talk of. So with that being said, let's get right on into it, folks. We're taking a look at this market, and of course, we are back down. If you guys didn't miss it, yesterday we dropped the Fed decision decoded. So if you want to go a little bit more in depth on what the Fed did, what to expect going forward, that's a full 20-minute video breakdown on that. In this video, though, I want to keep it short and sweet for you guys. 646 for your Bitcoin. So back below 27,000, and I'm kicking myself because I was joking with the Discord group yesterday in the Hangout about actually entering another Bitcoin short right as we were about 27,000. We were in the Hangout call and I was, telling them, I'd love to enter another Bitcoin short right now, but I just got too many things on my plate right now. I'm not trading actively for the time being. I've been shorting the heck out of Bitcoin over the last year. You guys have been watching that. But once again, we already would have made a tremendous profit down to 26,600, and we'll be watching this thing closely. It did bottom out at 26,400 today. And so right now we're watching this, and this is what absolutely just gets me laughing, is we get to see headlines like this one. The U.S. could be in a recession, and we just don't know it yet. Oh no, we do know it. We know it very well. There are some out here that have been calling it out. We're not afraid to call it a recession, even though it's politically incorrect last year. We're not afraid that we still are in a recession, even though the phony manipulated data says that we're not in a technical recession anymore. Sure, okay. No, we do know. And this is just absolutely hilarious. I'm going to read this article off to you guys, just the top part of it. How do you know if an economy is headed into recession? You don't until it's already in one. Now, it's like this guy who wrote this article, Mark Holberg, wants to just, back up Jerome Powell and his statements as far as basically, we don't know where we're going. We don't know how bad it is, and we're not going to know till we get there. No, that's your job, right? We are asking you to speak before us to give us a little bit of forward guidance on your expectations and justifications for the moves that you are making as private central bankers that completely have manipulated and rigged our whole currency system. And when we get Jerome Powell up here telling us that we don't know until we're there, that's an absolute joke. We do know. See, I walk the streets. I can walk the streets of any town here in America and tell you whether you're in recession or not. I can go speak to business owners like I do every single day. Talk to folks about what's, happening when they go to the grocery store. And you can get a sense, right? You can see it out there if you are actually looking through the phony manipulated data in the headlines that these talking head pundits want to run across the headlines here. The U.S. could be in a recession. We just don't know it yet. No, we know. We've been calling it, and we still are. No one wants to admit it. Now we look over here. The stocks sink to the most in 6 months after recent run-up in Treasury yields. So the Treasury yields, the 10-year, approaching 4.5%, and it did hit 4.5%. We haven't seen these levels since 2007. Same thing for the 2-year as well. And so the bond yield's going up. Why would you invest in stocks? Why would you invest in real estate when you can get a risk-free reward of 4.5 or 5% on your treasury bond? Why would you, do anything besides just take this risk-free 4.5, 5% return, right? And so we're seeing liquidity flow out of equities, been flown out of crypto too, absolutely. And the stocks sink the most in 6 months after recent run-up in treasury yields. So as we've been saying, the equities pulling back. Crypto still getting cleaned up, still getting pulled out, and the liquidity's leaving crypto and it's going back to safety. For most folks in crypto, they're having to sell back out to go back to cash to pay off their credit cards to feed their family. When we look at the markets and the hedge funds and the broader bigger funds, what are they doing right now? They're loading up on these treasuries because they can get 4.5% risk-free yield, 5% on your 2-year. And now we're starting to see it hit the real estate as well. U.S. home sales fall in August to the lowest level since January. And we were calling this over this whole summer through July and August. I've been talking with our Discord group about the deals that I've been looking at. We've been talking here on the YouTube streams about how it's not hot. It had already started to cool off. And now we get the data to confirm it. And when we look at the U.S. economic calendar here today, I'll show you what we're working with on this one. This is this week's. We got the Home Builder Confidence Index, which was a big miss, confirming once again the real estate reset underway. Housing starts, big miss. Building permits was actually up and did beat expectations, but you and I well know that there's a big difference between getting that permit, getting that house started, and then actually finishing and completing, bringing that house to market and getting it sold. That's a whole nother story. And the problem being, okay, we had a record amount of construction, a record amount of housing starts. This is finally starting to cool off because if you didn't get your financing done at these cheaper rates, we're talking about a much different deal as we go to 7.5% and 8% for your mortgage rates. Initial jobless claims, that was another big miss that we got here. And that was today, along with the U.S. current account deficit right there. Not good. And then we also see the existing home sales were down. And when we go back, right, this is the levels that we haven't seen since January. It's possible that mortgage rates may go up to 8%, says Lawrence Yun, chief economist at the National Association of Realtors. Now, that's being halfway honest, saying that there's a chance. I would say there's a guarantee because I don't know if you guys have talked to any realtors or any mortgage brokers lately, but they all tell me just buy now, refinance later. Well, that's fine until we get the speech that we got yesterday from Jerome Powell in the Fed meeting notes, where it confirms that they all want to keep rates higher for longer. So we ain't going to be doing a refinance next year at a much better of a deal. Rates might cool off some. We might get a front running of the Fed pivot and rates cool off some. But even if they just keep them sustained at the Fed funds rate near 5%, we are dead, financially speaking. Okay. And so I share all that with you guys so that we understand why XRP, hasn't broken out yet, why the markets around us are burning down and the stocks were down today. And we're going to continue to see a sell-off there. They have a long ways to go in the stock market. Crypto crashes faster, but the beautiful thing is it will recover first. And I'm about to show you guys the most jacked up chart in existence, the most rigged chart in existence, which is the XRP chart right here. And you can see this thing has been chopping sideways, right, since last year. And look at what this thing does. It trades between about 30 cents and 40 cents all through 2022. And then, we get that little breakout. That was in September of last year. And we go up to 50 cents, okay? And then we chop sideways around 40 to 50 cents before we get the FTX collapse sacrifice that we called to the day, by the way. We didn't know it was going to be FTX, but we had our eyeballs on this date. You bet. Lunar eclipse coming in on November 8th. We'll never forget it. FTX sacrifice cleaned out the whole space. XRP still trading along with the space as a whole. But what we're doing this year? Now, if we look at 2023, we're trading above where? 40 cents and 50 cents. And then we get one of the most rigged moves that you've ever seen, where we get a ruling from Judge Torres that XRP in and of itself is not a security, a historical victory for the XRP community as a whole. It's time to go have a proper party, by the way. And we shoot up to 94 cents and crash every single exchange that is trading XRP. Folks, that is a melt your face pump. Is it going to a new all-time high? No. Are we disappointed about that? Yes. But the point being, we warned that when XRP went, it was going to crash all the exchanges. I was talking about XRP going to new all-time highs and crashing exchanges. But here, once again, we go to $1 and all of the exchanges go bust that trade XRP and Uphold. What did they say? That they had 50,000 times the volume that they had during the peak of the last bull run? And it's all buy. It's all buying pressure, right? Or for the most part. And then finally, once we do get that breakout and we go above 80, 90 cents, then we get massive sell-offs. And then we have whale positions that are ready to move. Then we have market makers that are ready to move. And then the exchange is shut down and the pump gets killed. And so this is why I say this is one of the most rigged, jacked up charts in existence right now. I say all that, provide all that context to just reaffirm that we're going through the storm. We're going through the chaos. XRP in and of itself, not a security. Is it time to have a proper party? I think it is, because we're having major victories on the legal battlefield. Is XRP still at 50 cents? Are we crying? Are we sad? Some folks are. I'm not, because I'm focused right now on my XRP Wealth Prep. And like I said, you can use this for any crypto. If Doge is going to make you a millionaire, God bless you. If you're going to make your money trading, whatever you're going to do. It applies to other things. What I'm talking about is making some moves here, building some businesses and making some investments that are going to build us generational wealth. And what are we going to do with it? Or maybe not even wealth. Maybe it's just 100, our first six figures. Our first time that we see six figures in our account. Our first time that maybe someone who doesn't have much is going to make 50 grand. Okay, what do we do next? What do we do next? And I'm not here to give you financial advice. I just want to run through these scenarios with you, get you starting to think about this, and then also getting you to write down, figure out your exit strategy, or as I'm calling it in this one, the reallocation strategy. I think that we should really start using the reallocation strategy, because for me, I'm not going to be exiting, i.e. selling my XRP, at least not much of it. I'm going to be using the AMMs. I'm going to be leveraging my XRP, and that's the program there. But let me show you guys the three things right now that we need to be doing for XRP Wealth Prep, or if Dogecoin is your generational wealth coin, God bless you. First off is income. Are you going to quit your job? I know a lot of folks that are in a tough spot right now, financially speaking, and they hate their job. That's not a fun spot to be in. I understand it. And so that's why I asked the question right off the top. How are we going to keep on getting money coming in? And or do you have a plan to, I'm going to make, a few $100,000. That's all I need to, pad my retirement, and then I'm done. What is going to be your plan? So first off, we got to talk about income. If you're going to keep on living, you're going to need to keep on bringing it in. And it's up to you to determine whether you need to live off $5,000 a month or $50,000 a month. I'm not here to tell you what you need to live off of, but that's up for you to determine how you're going to keep it coming in. Are you going to change your job? Are you going to start your side hustle? Or are you going to start your business? And once again, I would encourage you to do these things, including starting your side hustle and your business, before we get XRP Wealth or XRP goes to 589. We should start that tomorrow. Second off is reallocation strategy. I'm not going to call it exit strategy because I'm not going to be selling a lot of my bag. I'm going to be leveraging it. I'm going to be using AMM, but we need to figure out at what prices and what assets are we going to reallocate towards, or are we going to sell and then move into, right? I don't want to pay taxes. That's why I'm going to leverage a lot of my bag through loans or using AMMs, right? So what prices are you going to be willing to move? At $5, are you selling? At $10? Are you not selling until $50? Figure that out. And then next, you got to figure out what are you going to move into next? Are you good at business? Are you good at real estate? Are you going to go trade stocks after that? Are you going to move it into private equity? What are you going to do at what prices and what assets are we going to reallocate into? So first off, one was income. Second was reallocation. 3 is relationships. Who is going to help you achieve your goals? We are talking accountants, your professionals, accountants, lawyers, brokers, and also business partners along with managers. So who's going to help you achieve your goals, the life that you want to live? This is all stuff that we need to figure out. And oh, by the way, we can start working towards that tomorrow, today even. After we get done with this video, after you get done smashing that thumbs up because you appreciate these conversations and the value that we're going to bring to the community during the depths of this bear market, when now is the best time to be doing it. Talking about relationships, we're talking about professionals, accountants, lawyers, brokers, business partners, and managers. Getting those people in place now, building out the entities now, right? Building out the estate plan now. Some of you guys need to get a girlfriend once again. Okay. It's been a little, we've been struggling, with the getting the significant others. And maybe, when XRP goes to 589, you might be able to find yourself a girlfriend. I don't know what you need to do. All I'm saying is that we got relationships. We need to figure out the reallocation program. And it's not, I'm going to be a real estate investor. When XRP goes to 589, I'm going to invest in real estate and I'm going to be set forever. Here's why I'm so worried and why I've been putting out some warnings to the XRP community, some public, some in my private Discord community. There is already, I'm calling them, I got a deal bros. I'm calling them, I got a deal bros. We kind of coined the term, the trust me bro crypto bros, the Bitcoin bros. Well, we're going to have a bunch of I got a deal bros who are going to be coming out of the woodworks. And we already did. You saw it. All the private equity that poured into real estate, all the private equity that's been pouring into the stock market, high flying AI, tech, crypto, all of it. There's been a bunch of money sloshing around. And there's every corner you take, you're going to find another I got a deal for you, bro. 9 out of 10 businesses fail. 9 out of 10 traders lose. So right now, maybe we want to add for relationships mentor. In fact, I forgot, I left that off my list. That's absolutely one that we want to add. We want to get a good mentor. We want to find a good program. Figure out a reallocation strategy that's going to work for us. Maybe you have a business right now, but you want to expand. And you know that you get the most sustainable, fulfilling yield from your businesses. For me, that's what I do. That's where I'm at. Real estate doesn't get me excited as business, but I am going to treat real estate as a business, and we are going to make a bunch of money. And it is a tax-favored asset class. So I'm going to be moving into businesses, I'm going to be moving into real estate, and I'm going to be moving into private equity in a major way. But like I said, figuring out how to do due diligence, figuring out your reallocation strategy, at what prices are we exiting XRP or making reallocation, or we're willing to go down to Bank of America, and Bank of America is going to allow you to, put up your XRP as collateral and give you a loan for real estate or a business. See, right now, we have a massive opportunity during this bear market to double down on our education, our commitment to building wealth. With or without XRP, we can do these things. In fact, I would encourage you to do so. That's what a lot of people have mistaken me for, being an XRP moon boy, without realizing, no. We're already having tremendous success in businesses. We're working our butts off to do that, okay? But then we're having tremendous success in other investments as well. And we understand all of the asset classes. And every single day, we're making new relationships to move the needle forward, to help us get across the finish line, and to take care of our families. God willing, we're going to be able to help our communities as well. With that being said, guys, if you appreciate this content, please make sure that you smash that thumbs up for me. Once again, it was income, reallocation, and then it's going to be our relationships. That's what we're doing. The 3 things that I'm working on right now for my wealth preparation. I hope you guys appreciated this video, and I will see all of you guys in the next one. God bless you all.